Hi guys, here we go. Here we go. Game day, Mississippi State, Florida State, in the winners bracket. Let's go. Let's go, Mississippi State. Let's go. About to get underway. Pico Khan is on the mound for Mississippi State. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's go, Dolls. Let's go, Dolls. Go. Let's go, Dolls. James Arnold is going to be on the mound for Florida State. Let's go. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Lock in. Lock in. Lock in. What up, Dado? Here we go. Here we go. All right, Mississippi State is going to be Mississippi State is the home team for the day. Let's go, Pico. Let's go. Let's go. All right. A lot of state fans in attendance today. Let's go. Let's go, Dolls. All right. About to get in the way. We're gonna. All right. Let's go. You're gonna have to get. You're gonna have to get Jamie Arnold out of the game as soon as possible. All right, here we go. All right, so you're gonna have to get him out of the game early. All right, the Florida State lineup: Harrison, Losey, Williams, Bailey, Fisher, Bornot. Sorry, Williams, the Levenier, and West. Rounds out the batting order for Florida State. Pico Khan is on the mound for. Round out the batting order for Florida State. Pico Khan is on the mound for Mississippi State, a senior from Alabama. 4.5-3 record, 4.13 ERA, 76 1/3 innings pitched, 1.15 WHIP, 107 strikeouts, and 25 walks. Go. So you'll have to pitch really good. We're about to get underway from here in Tallahassee. All right, here we go. Pico's ready. Here's the pitch. Strike on one. Let's go. For Bena, Alabama. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. 0-2. There you go, Pico. Let's go, Pico. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. And that's going to get through. And that's going to be a single to start the game for Harrison. All right. Leadoff single for Harrison. Here's the pitch. That's going to be foul on one. Losey's up, a junior from St. Augustine, Florida. 17 home runs, 66 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Oh, 2 count to Losey. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-2. One, 2 count to Losey. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 down. There you go. There you go, Pico. There you go, Pico. 1 down. Swing and a miss for Losey. 1 on with 1 out. Here's the pitch. Throw back to first. The ball gets away. Runner will move up to second. Man. Not ideal. Not ideal. Throws the ball away. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw it to first. 2 down. Goodness gracious. That was almost a disaster by Pico. Almost a disaster by Pico. Miles Bailey's up. 2025 All-ACC freshman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. There you go, Pico. Come on now. Got to get a good start right here, Pico. Good start right here, Pico. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. Hit to second. Throw it to first. Got him. Let's go. That's going to retire the side. Sanders throws it to first. That's going to retire the side. We'll head to the bottom of the first. 0-0. Mississippi State's coming up to the plate. Let's go. There you go, Pico. There you go, Pico. There you go, Pico. There you go, Pico. Let's go. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can do something right here. The batting order for the Mississippi State's batting order. You got Fry, Chance, Reese, Sullivan, Powell, Hines, Highfield, Butner, and Sanders. Let's go. Come on, Fry. Get it started right here, baby. Get it started right here, baby. They'll take it. You two will take it down. Come on, Pico. I mean, not Pico. Come on, Fry. Get it started right here, baby. James Arnold, 7-2 record, 3.04 ERA, 71 in his pitch, 1.07 whip, 97 strikeouts, 24 walks. Come on, baby. Yeah, Southern, that was a good game. Southern Ole Miss won, yeah. All right, Fry's up. Come on, Fry. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be popped up to center field. Fly the ball to center field. One down. Man. One down. One pitch, one out. Let's get, man. Bryce Chance is up. A senior, 4 home runs, 42 RBIs. Here's a pitch. Ball, 1-0. Down low, 1-0. Here's a pitch. Down low, 2-0. Let's go, Sven. Let's see what our Dogs can do today. 2-0 count. Here's a pitch. Strike. 2-1. Let's see what our Dogs can do today. Super Bums. Strike. 2-2. Let's see what our Super Bums can do today. Man, it's going to be a tough matchup. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-2. Down low, 3-2. Yeah, Oregon's eliminated. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. Tough, man. Tough. That was down low. Don't need to swing at that. Man, can't do that now. That was going to be ball 4. I did know that. Outside. 1-0. I did know that. We got to get past Florida State, man. Ace Reese is up. Here's a pitch. Inside. 2-0. Yeah, Ole Miss bullpen. Just didn't have enough, 2-0 count. Southern Alabama's bullpen. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Alabama's bullpen. All right, here we go. 2-1 count to Ace Reese. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Two count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that's going to retire the side. We'll head to the top of the second. 0-0. We're not. Yeah, Florida State. Florida State's really good. Florida State's really good. They got one of the best pitchers in the country, and we cannot. We ain't going to get. We ain't going to hit off of him. You know. We're not going to hit off of him. It's going to be hard to win this game because this pitcher is really good. All right. Who's pitching? For Mississippi State is Pico Khan, and for Florida State is Jamie Arnold, who is really good. So well, I think this pitcher is better than Kyson Witherspoon. Here we go. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One count. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be gone. A home run by Fisher. No. Never mind. A double. Excuse me. Man, it's going to be. Ground rule double by Fisher. Man. Ground rule. 2-run home. Gosh almighty. 2-run home run. 2-run home run. 2-run home run by Florida State. Gosh. It's going to be a long day, folks. 2-0 lead for Florida State. For Rowett. It's going to be a long day, folks. Man. Here's the pitch. Strike on one. Man. Outside, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Foul, 1-2. Swing and a miss. 1 down. One down. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. Going back. Gone. No, off the wall. Off the wall. Has to get back to first. Oh my gosh. It's not going to be good, man. Settle in, Pico. Settle in. Oh my gosh, bro. Strike on 1. All right. 0-1 count. Jackson West is up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Oh, 2 count to Jackson West. Here's the pitch. Did he go around? He did not. Down low. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-2. Up high, 2-2. Up high, 3-2. Three-two count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to Ace Reese. Throw it to first. 2 down. All right. 2 down with the run on second. Here's the pitch. All right, 2-0 count. There's no way we beat this team 2 times. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. There is no way to beat it. Here's the pitch. Strike. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. We'll head to the bottom of the second. 2-0. Florida State. Man. Gotta keep it at. Goodness gracious. They hit. It's going to be a long night. Got to keep it. Yeah, I mean. It's okay. It's still early. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I mean, you gonna have to put up some runs eventually, man. Yeah. We're I mean, you still have 7 outs to play. You still have 7 innings to play with. You still have 7 innings to play with. So, we'll see what happens. About 7 innings. Guys, here's the deal. Guys, here's the deal. If we lose the series. Here's the pitch. Down low. 1-0. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. Going back, and go! Home run by Noah Sullivan. Let's go! Home run by Noah Sullivan. Let's go, Noah! Let's go, Noah! Let's go! Let's go, Sully! Here's a pitch. Strike 0-1. Strike 0-2. Oh, ball. Excuse me. Here's the pitch. Up high. 2-1. Two-one count. Here's the pitch. Down low, 3-1. There you go. There you go. 3-1 count. Come on, Powell. Here's the pitch. Strike, 3-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1 down. You can't swing. Man. We got this, y'all. Swing. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-0. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Strike, 2-2. You can't swing at that ball. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit, and it's going to get through. There you go, Hans. There you go, Hans. There you go. Man. Runs have plated all the runs. A 2-run blast by Perot for the Seminoles in the top of the second. Sullivan with a solo shot to start the bottom of the second. Hines with a swing and a miss in this left-on-left battle to fall behind 0-1. Let's go, Hines. Here's a pitch. Foul, 1. Let's go. Ross Highfield's up. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Can't be swinging at that. 0-2 count to Highfield. Here's the pitch. Down low. And outside, kind of 1-2. One-two count to Highfield. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. Looking. 2 down. Strike. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. To third. Throw it to first. And that's going to retire the side. But State gets on the board. 2-1. After Noah Sullivan hits a solo home run to get State on the board. 2-1. We'll head to the top of the third. Man. All right, it's 2-1, Mississippi. 2-1, Florida State. We got at least we got to run. At least we got to run. Gotta keep it going. There's no way we beat this. There's no way we beat this team twice, bro. If we lose, we're gonna have to come back and beat this team. We have to play 3 more games. We got to play 3 more games. And I don't know we have the pitching to do that. You know? I don't know if we have the pitching to play 3 more games. All right, here we go. Pico's back on the mound. But maybe we will. We'll see. Here's a pitch. Inside, 1-0. Losey's up. Here's a pitch. Up high, 2-0. Command the strike zone, Pico. You gotta command the strike zone. Is that poetry? Here's a pitch. Foul, 2-1. Alex Losey's up at the plate. He's the ACC Player of the Year. Here's a pitch. Strike, 2-1. Two count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be popped up. Right field. And Ross Highfield has it. 1 down. There you go. There you go. 1 pitch at a time. Let's go. 1 pitch at a time. Here's the pitch. Strike on 1. A Mustang win. Here's the pitch. Strike on 2. Oh, 2 count. Here's the pitch. He went around. 2 down. Let's go. There you go, Pico. Here's the pitch. Up high. 1-0. Let's go, Pico. Settle in, baby. Let's go. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Let's go, baby. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-1. Come on. We would be Florida State in a rematch with Sunday Eve. Here's the pitch. Up high, 3-1. With the area, with the Arnold, and after that, it all comes down to Lincoln. Or you pull Pico today at 3 and save him for Monday. Max for you at 40, 50 pitches. Swing and miss, 3-2. Yeah, you could do that. You could do that. We'll see what they plan on doing. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4. Inside, ball 4. But you need to win this game. You need to win this game. You can't. I mean, you cannot rely on Carson Ligon to pitch an elimination game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to third, and he misplays it. Misplays it. Two out. I mean, two on with 2 outs. Ace Reese misplays it. He can't field it. I mean, so I mean, 2 on with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Inside. 1-0. What we need is 2 or 3 long balls early in this game. Yeah, might as well. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-0. 2-0. Two-0 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Two-one count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be foul. 2-2. Defense is going to have to. Defense is going to have to make plays. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. There you go. There you go, Pico. That's going to retire the side. Florida State Strands. 2 runners. We'll head to the bottom of the third. 2-1 Florida State. Let's go. Huge strikeout for Pico. Huge strikeout for Pico. Come on, guys, get some runs on the board. Strikeout. All right, here we go. Strike on one. Sanders is up at the plate. 0-1 count. Here's a pitch. Foul. 0-2. Come on, Sanders. Lock in, baby. Lock in. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. One down. One down. Have to play two more if we lose, man. Here's a pitch. Outside. 1-0. Garrett Fry's up at the plate. That's going to be foul ball. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. 2-1. That's going to be foul. 2-2. Two count. Here's a pitch. Foul. We'll do it again. 2-2. 2-2 count. 2-2 count. Here's a pitch. That's going to be foul. We'll do it again. Still 2-2. Still 2-2. Here's a pitch. Outside. 3-2. 3-2 count. Here's a pitch. Come on. Swing and a miss. 2 down. You can't swing at those pitches. Goodness gracious, Phillips. Yeah, you got it. You're going to have to get his pitch count up, but you can't be swinging at those pitches. You cannot be swinging at those. You can't be swinging at balls down low. Down low, 1-0. Bryce Chance is up. He's up for one with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside, 1-1. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch. Strike, 2-1. Here's the pitch. Strike. 2-2. 2-2 count. That's going to be swinging and miss. We'll head to the bottom of top of the third. 2-1, Florida State. We cannot hit off of him. That slider, we cannot hit his slider. We cannot hit his slider. Man. Like, filthy, man. What's the score? 2-1, Florida State. 2-1, Florida State. Like, we can't hit off of him. He's at 47 pitches, so don't have to get him out. Man, that slider's nasty. Man, that slider's nasty. All right, here we go. Pico's back on the bat. Here's the pitch. Inside, 1-0. Pico's on the mound. He's up to 52 pitches. How long does he go? 5-6 innings. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-1. 2-0, I mean. Charlie Foster is warming up for Mississippi State. 0-1. Williams is 0-1 with a strikeout. Here's the pitch. Strike, 0-1. '81 major leaguers. Wow. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Foul. 2-2. Two count. Here's the pitch. Foul. We'll do it again. 2-2. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Wow. Outside. 3-2. 3-2. Come on, Pico. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Leadoff man is on. Williams gets a leadoff walk. Here's the pitch. And the runner's going to steal second. He's in there safely. Runner on second. Runner steals second. And ball 1-0. It's going to be a long day, man. Here's the pitch. The runner's going to steal. He's in there. Runner steals third. Quit stealing, man. Man, 2-0. Three 1 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. 3-2. Three-two count. Full count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be foul. We'll do it again. Still 3-2. I don't think I can watch this, man. Full count. Here's the pitch. Foul. Still 3-2. Three-two count. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 4. Jackson West is up. He's up for one with a ground out. And that's probably going to be.
Watermelon? It's not the best, but.
That's probably going to be all for. That's probably going to be all for. No, just a mound visit. Yeah. It's terrible. Oh my God. Runners at the corners with no outs. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Oh, 1 count. Down low, win one. It's about to be. It's probably about to be 3-1. Nose. We can't get anybody out. Here's a pitch. Up high, 2-1. Inside 3-1. Oh my gosh, Pico. Three-one count. Here's a pitch. Foul, 3-2. Three-two count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. One down. There you go. Here's the pitch. Ball window. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit, and it's going to get through. One run's going to come and score. One run's going to come in and score. And runner stops at third. 3-1, Florida State. Man. Throw by the first. Back in time. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1-0. And the runner's going to get hung up. And they all stay the runner gets back. I mean, kind of within the rundown. Man. This is just awful, man. Awful. Here's the pitch. And the runner still takes second. Runners in score position. Third and second. Third and second. Jeez, man. 2-0 count. And they're going to intentionally walk. And they're going to intentionally walk. Here's the pitch. Foul on one. Yeah, you got the point. Like, strike. Swing and miss, 0-2. I mean, 0-2 count. Bases loaded. Jeez, bro. Here's the pitch. Up high. 1-2. Man. Here's the pitch. Strike 3. 2 down. This has to be good. Yeah. So bases loaded. Strike 0-1. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. And my grand slam. Grand slam for Bailey. 7-1 Florida State. Oh my gosh. Gosh almighty. Grand slam by Bailey. 7-1. Or Florida State. Miles Bailey. Gosh almighty. We ain't going to even make it to Monday. He leaked in the end. Dude, I mean, he leave it on way too long. I mean, they leave them in way too long. They're leaving them in way too long. I mean, should have pulled him an inning or two ago. Just don't make any sense. Just don't make any sense. So hold on. Here's the pitch outside. Wouldn't know. Here's the pitch up high to it. Well,
Glenda said she wanted you to know that Jake.
But I'll talk to you later.
Hey, what inning is it?
Florida State.
Florida State.
All right, here we go. 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. Strike. 3-2. 3-2 count. Crazy. Here's the pitch. Foul. We'll do it again. Still 3-2. Three-two count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be foul. We'll do it again.
Easier to score runs with fewer hits. Another 3-2 to Cal Fisher. The right-hander hits this one back behind the plate, fouling out of play. And he stays alive at 3-2 against Charlie Foster.
Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit. Going back.
Foster getting the pitch signals coming.
Foul. Foul. That's going to be foul again. Still 3-2. Well, he's not going to be the head coach anyways. We already have. I think we are going to get. I think we're getting another pitching coach. That's going to be ball 4. He didn't go around. Ball 4. Oh, my gosh, man. Two out walk. Oh, it hit him.
So Fisher battling wins the war up there against Foster, and the inning continues with 2 outs as he trots down to first. And here is Drew Farrell, the owner of a 2-run home.
Here's the pitch.
1 for 2.
Foul 1.
7-1 Florida State, a 5 spot here at the top of the fourth.
Yeah.
Charlie Foster in his first NC2A tournament appearance.
I mean, he got you. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to third. Throw it to first. Got him. And that's going to end the inning. But not after Florida State hits a grand slam. 7-1. 7-1. Florida State will head to the bottom of the 4th. I mean, you got, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just, it's not looking good. You need to get Brian O'Connor in here. You need to get Brian O'Connor and see what happens, because I just don't know, man. You know, give credit to Florida State. They're a really good team, but it's just Kobe, I made baseball good. I mean, yeah, I agree. You should have pulled him. You should have pulled him earlier. But, you know, and you can see that he was getting tired. Outside, want to know. He was getting tired. It looked like it, at least. I think. You're at the game, Nico. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. And it's going to stay in the ballpark. The center fielder catches it. 1 down. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, whatever happens, man. Here's the pitch. Strike 0-1. Whatever happens, you know. I mean, I want to win, obviously. I want to win. Outside, 1-1. Noah Sullivan is up. Noah Sullivan at the plate. I mean, I want to win, obviously. Sullivan is 1 for 1 with a solo home run. Here's a pitch. Outside, 2-1. We got to play 11 o'clock, man. Here's a pitch. Strike, 3-1. Here's a pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to short. He has it, throws the first. 2 down. Ball 1-0. Joe Powell's up. Here's a pitch. Strike, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Strike, 1-2. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Like, down low, 3-2. He's throwing his slider a lot. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. 2-out walk to Joe Powell. He's throwing his slider a lot. And I mean, just not be able to make contact with it or hit it. Hunter Hines up. Strike on 1. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit and gone. 2-run home run for Hunter Hines. There you go, Hunter. There you go, Hunter. Two-run home run for Hunter Hines. There you go, Hines. There you go, Hines. Yeah. Well, luckily he's not going to be our head coach or pitching coach next year. So, here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Here's a pitch. Swing and miss. 0-2. 0-2 count. Here's a pitch. Down low. 1-2. Here's the pitch. It's going to be foul. Still 1-2. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 looking. Strike 3 looking. We'll head to the top of the 5th. 7-3, Florida State. bad. Man. And you got it closer, but you got it closer. Man.
Florida State leads Mississippi State 7-3. Dealers and the F-150 like Bulldogs. Ford F-150 has a strong tradition of greatness with outstanding capability and features like the mobile generator. It's to create a legacy and the official truck of Mississippi State. Go Bulldogs. Charlie
Let's go.
will face the lower third of the order for Florida State. This part of the order sparked that 5-run rally.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Knee.
Face the state left-hander for the first time tonight. Williams 0 for 1 with a walk and a run. And a swing and a miss there. He got turned around by a 92-mile-an-hour fastball.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch.
Tried to swing his arm.
Did he go around? He did. 0-2. Need to hit more home. Hunter Hines hates baseballs, man.
Reese in on the grass at third, guarding against a bunt. Here's the pitch. A half swing on a pitch above the top of the zone, and Williams couldn't hold the bat.
Here's the pitch.
Strike until 1-2.
Up high. 1-2. Hunter Hines hates baseballs.
2 strikes and nothing on Chase Williams. Foster fires. That one misses upstairs. A 90.
Come on, Foster.
Fastball makes it 2-1.
Let's go, Foster.
Back to the home run line.
Here's the pitch.
In the last
Swing and a miss. 1 down.
Excuse me, the 100th for Mississippi State this year. Bulldogs hit 2 last night. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, a swing and a miss. He was late on that fastball, and Williams down on strikes. On the way here to start the Florida State fifth. Good start.
All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. Strike on 1.
So 1 away. Florida State leading 7-3, top of the fifth. And here's Brody DeLonglear for the third time.
0-1 count.
Right-handed DH takes strike 1.
Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-1.
1 for 1 tonight with a walk and a run. Single back in the second. Bottom of the order was good for Mississippi State last night. They win against Northeastern. Bottom of the order has been good for Florida State tonight, taking advantage of opportunities given to it by the state pitching staff. The 0-1 downstairs, 1 ball.
Swing and a miss. 1-2.
7, 8, 9 have walked twice tonight. Both times that it's walked, it has scored that part of the order. And then the 1 hit from DeLonglear
1-2 count.
here in the 8th spot. 1-1, on and miss. Slider there, strike 2. 1 ball and 2.
Here's the pitch.
Brody DeLonglear.
Foul ball. We'll do it again. Still 1-2.
They try to hang up a 0 after getting 2 runs back in the bottom half of the 4th. Here's the pitch, and he goes upstairs to catch a piece and foul it back.
1-2 count.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch. Up high. 2-2.
Counts actually off. Noah Sullivan's home run to start the game tonight was the 100th for State this year. Hines was number 101 this season. That's a school record. Pitch is up and in to DeLonglear. It's ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes on the right hand.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 down. There you go, Foster. Here's a pitch. Strike on 1. Ball, 1-1. One count. Here's a pitch. Outside. 2-1. Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Two count. Okay, wait, keep. Two count. Here's a pitch. That's gonna be hit. Highfield has it and toss to first. He's gonna beat it. Gonna beat it. Gonna get him out first. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. 7-3, Florida State. Could be. Let's go.
We like to say your summer starts here at your Toyota dealer.
Yeah, I'm a pet sitter and business is way up as people enjoy their new Toyotas. Your summer starts here. Well, that's the Walker's pet parrot, Mr. Knowles. That's me. They packed up their new Corolla and took a trip to a national park.
Well, through June 2nd,
Yeah.
join in on the summer fun with a great selection of Camrys, 4Runners, and more.
Yeah, the Johnsons strapped a canoe onto their new Grand Highlander and went out to the lake. Quiet, Lou. And Mark and Sarah loaded their gear into the Tundra and then stood at that. Oh, no, stop, Sebastian. No, it's not dinner. Fish for dinner. No. Stop. Yeah, I gotta go. Your summer starts here.
Dealer inventory may vary. See your
I
participating
think they
dealer
did.
for details.
Toyota, let's go places.
Right now, qualified buyers can get 2.99% APR financing for 72 months.
Yeah.
Rugged new 2025 Tundra. Offer ends June 2nd.
You know.
Select states only.
Charlie Foster hangs up a 0 for Mississippi State. That's only happened.
He was pretty good to start the season,
Tonight, Florida State with
but
a 7-3 lead.
kind of
Damage the 5 spot in the fourth. The Seminoles, State got 2 back with a Hines home run in its last trip to the plate in the bottom of the fourth, and now the Bulldogs try to chip away a little bit more with Sanders and
yeah.
8, 9, and 1 to face Jamie Arnold, who has been a tough customer tonight. Arnold has punched out.
Struggling.
Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's been struggling. He's been struggling lately.
4 innings of work.
All right, gonna have to get Arnold out of this game. Gotta find a way. Every run counts. Every run counts. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Need a. Here's the pitch. Inside, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Strike, 2-1. Two one count to Butner. Here's the pitch. Strike. 2-2. Foul. We'll do it again. Still 2-2. Here's a pitch. Outside, 3-2. Full count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. One down. That's. That slider. Here's the pitch. Down low. 1-0. Here's the pitch. Strike. 1-1. Sanders up at the plate. Swing and miss. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Down low, 2-2. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit to first. Toss to the pitcher. 2 down. Two down. Here's the pitch. That's going to be ground ball to the third, throw it to first. And that's going to retire the side. We'll head to the top of the sixth. 7-3, Florida State. Man. Man.
some more.
What-
Or I got some corn
Where
on
you
the
get-
cob.
Where
Oh,
you
so
get
s-
this?
I bought it from a man on the side of the road yesterday. It's not that good to me, but it's good when you want some. There's some sausage in here and some corn on the cob that I just cooked. You want that, or you want to wait a bit?
I guess.
Now,
Sure. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Up high, 3-0. Hello.
Gage Harrelson leads things off and looks at ball one from Charlie Foster. Jay Powell, I'm Neil Price. Glad to have you with us tonight.
Here's the pitch.
The Bulldogs play so far as Foster misses low and in for
Ball
ball.
4.
Both these teams unbeaten in regional play at 1-0, so losing team will play again tomorrow. Not the end of the road by any stretch. Losing team plays Northeastern tomorrow at noon Eastern time. 2-0. Big miss upstairs with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. That's ball 3. Dane Burns begins to jog down the Mississippi State bullpen out behind the left field fence.
Here's the pitch.
I forgot about the sausage. I just about burned it, but
Down low, 1-0.
And the pitch. And that is low. That is a 4-pitch walk. And a dangerous base runner on. Florida State swept 4 bases tonight. This guy was one of them. That's another walk, the 5th given up by the state pitching staff in this game.
Here's the pitch. That's going to be foul. 1-1.
You've got to manage not only this game, but you're thinking about you got to win 2 tomorrow. So you really got to start kind of picking and choosing how you use that pen.
Here's Alex Lodies, and he takes the ball low and away, ball 1.
Here's the pitch.
Tonight was intentionally walked in the 4th to load the bases.
Swing and miss. 1-2.
Khan struck out Williams, but then Bailey struck with the grand slam to left, and that's what cracked the game open. 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch to Lodies in the air and foul out of play on the right field line. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here's the throw about the first. Back in time.
Holding Harrelson over at first. Rest of the infield plays back for State. Outfield plays straight up against this right-hander. Foster ready. And he delivered. Gonna swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2.
Here's the pitch. Outside. 2-2.
Good experience for Charlie Foster. On a big stage, and right now matching wits with the best player in the ACC this year and one of the best in the country.
Hit the count.
2 strikes. Harrelson on first, a long hold by Foster. Now he'll make a move to first. No play.
Throw about the first. Back in time.
But they've got to show some way to manage the running game because, again, Florida State took advantage of them in the 4th inning with 4 stolen bases. And, I mean, only 1 that produced a throw. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Up and away with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball to even the count at 2-2.
Time's called.
7-3 Florida State in the top of the 6th. Seminoles
Pitching violation.
their own ballpark tonight.
3-2. Goodness gracious, man.
first by Foster. And again, he throws over, but no play for Hines. But trying to keep Harrelson close to the bat.
Here's a pitch.
Harrelson drew a leadoff walk, a 4-pitch walk from Foster to start this inning.
Foul. Still 32. We'll do it again.
And time is called now to default. No pitch clock violation. Foster kept holding and never delivered. And the pitch clock is behind the plate.
Throw by the first.
On the scoreboard out there.
Back in time.
So the count goes to 3-2 because of the pitch clock violation. Here's the payoff. Runner goes, and it's fouled into the screen down the first baseline. Still 3-2.
32 count. Throw by the first. Back in time.
There's a pregame clock that's at the bottom of the scoreboard out there, and it counts down before the game. Certainly counts down between innings, but I don't see one anywhere in the outfield. But I'm with you. You would think the hitter would have one.
Yeah.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
The runner's going to go. And that's going to be hit. A3 has it. Throws to first. Got him. They got the runner out at first. They're going to review it. Yeah. I appreciate it, man. Yeah. Charlie Foster is going to be really good for Mississippi State. You had egg fried rice and what? Dang, that's pretty. That sounds pretty good.
The call on the field is out, and this play is under review. They have to go underneath here to take a look. It's not a collaborative process like it is during SEC play where they've got somebody in the league office or somebody at the NC2A in Indianapolis helping them make this call, at least not on the field. They actually go in and look at the monitor.
What's it? That sounds pretty good.
They've got Jacob Pruitt getting loose in the bullpen out behind the left field fence. Florida State leads at 7-3. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. Waiting on a replay review or the result of a replay review. Call the field is out on a close play on a throw from Reese to Hines. The biggest thing is they want to make sure Hines stayed on the bag when the ball got in his glove.
Yeah.
Charlie Foster with a few warm-up tosses here trying to stay warm.
Dude's good.
Based on the real-time replay we just saw, they even slowed it down for us a little bit on the monitor here in the booth. I don't know why this is taking so long.
You see the ball, it kind of hits in the heel, and unless they're looking to see if it was bobbled when it came off the bag, there's I don't see how they can overturn it.
I think he's on the bag. We're looking at it again here, and I think he's on the bag. It's not an
All right, here we go.
Let's see what the result of this review
He's out
is.
first.
And the call on the field was out.
Here's a. The run's gonna steal. Safe, dude. They're running all over us, man.
Call is out. So a 5-3 put on.
They're
Alberto Ruiz gave a little
they're stealing all over us.
Harrelson goes to second now with one.
Goodness.
If you get the stage completely to yourself, you may as well make the most of it. You're Alberto Ruiz.
Here's a pitch.
Extra goal.
Swing and miss.
Good job.
1-1.
Here's Max Williams, 0 for 3 in the 3-hole tonight. Runner at second, he breaks for third. It's a slow delivery. Here's a throw down. Almost drew Reese off the bag. Reese saves it, but he can't get the tag on Harrelson. There's another stolen base.
Up high, 2-1.
They have taken advantage of Mississippi State in that department tonight. That's the 5th stolen base for the Seminoles in the game.
You got a true freshman, show up a true freshman on the mound. And basically, as soon as Charlie came set, he gave him one look, turned his head, and basically took off.
Dang, man. That's awesome.
Nothing and 1 to Max Williams. But now
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
swing and a miss there, and a good sinking fastball from Foster at 92. 0-2 on Max Williams. Florida State leads by 4 runs in the top of the 6th.
Never mind.
Trying to add an 8th run to their total tonight.
Swing and a miss. 2 down.
5-run game. 0-2 to Max Williams. A big miss upstairs with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Florida State trying to win a 7th straight
Here's a pitch.
NC2A game in this ballpark.
Inside. 1-0.
1-2 to Max Williams, and he chased the fastball up, and he's down on strikes, 2 away.
Heck of a job right there by Charlie Foster getting that strikeout. I'll tell you what, I mean, there's a lot to like about Charlie. Some really good stuff.
3 Hancock Whitney strikeouts for Charlie Foster in relief tonight.
Down low. 2-0.
And now 2 down with a runner at third base. And it's Miles Bailey, the owner of the Grand Slam, 1 for 2 tonight. He capped that 5-run top of the 4th for the Noles with that big hit to left field. Here's the pitch and a fastball inside. It's ball 1.
Here's a pitch.
Again, he is, as we would say,
Outside.
big youngin.
3-0.
6'4", 257, a freshman from right here in Tallahassee.
Looks like a linebacker.
He sure does. I'd say a tight end. Here's a 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes.
See him run first base there.
Here's a pitch.
When he hit the ground ball there, he may have his hand in the ground. He'll be a good foot base, I think.
If you hit it in the
Strike.
ballpark,
3-1.
run very fast. 2 balls, no strikes. That's the count on Bailey with Harrelson at third. Foster trying to get out of a jam here. Here's the pitch. And there's a ball up and away, a breaking ball.
Outside. Ball 4.
Strikes.
Runners on first and second with 2 down.
So he's in danger of putting Bailey on with ball 4. Just stretching out this 6th inning. Needs a strike. Here comes the 3-0 to the left-hander, and there is a strike. A 91-mile-an-hour fastball to the inside edge.
And that's probably going to be
Infield back shaded around toward the first base.
that's probably going to be all for Foster.
Stays in the neighborhood of the bag at third.
That's probably going to be all for Foster.
Aggressive leads away from third base. Here comes a 3-1. That's outside for ball 4.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Another walk by this Mississippi State pitching staff. Very uncharacteristic in that regard tonight.
I think they're just talking.
And against good teams, something that you just can't do. Too many free bases tonight, period.
Free bases, too many free advancements, stolen bases, arrow. A little bit of everything.
Well, here comes Justin Parker. We talked with Foster, and he's got Pruitt getting loose down there. Charlie Foster has thrown 48 pitches since coming on in relief. To Jay's point, 7 walks, 5 stolen bases, 2 errors. That all that's missing is a vote. When you're talking about being generous, I mean, because there have been some gifts here tonight, and like
Here's the pitch.
that's the way we would put it. We haven't seen a team run on Mississippi
Foul.
State
0-1.
like this since the midway point of the year. That was an area that looked like State had cleaned up a little bit. Stolen bases were a problem early in the year, and they've been a problem tonight.
And it's, I mean, I think they have something on Pico, and I'm not sure about Charlie, but when he goes to play, because for the most
Here's a
part,
pitch.
he doesn't have a shot. I mean,
Foul.
some of these were just uncontested because
0-2.
it's such a big jump. They're going first move. And, we're just, we
Michigan
have a
Northeast.
hard time slowing that down.
Mount Visit ends. Foster stays in the game, and now he'll face Cal Fisher. Walk back in the 4th, and he takes a rip and fouls one off at the plate for strike 1.
Here's the pitch.
Yeah, it's things like this.
Strike 3 looking.
You better bet if they get on base, they're not winning.
No, I mean, that's a team that was second in the country.
Mississippi Florida State strands a runner on first. I mean, a second. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. 7-3. Florida State. Man.
There's the pitch clock. It's back. Got on the scoreboard out there in left. First and third for Florida State with 2 outs. 0-2, strike 3 call. Came in with a breaking ball. And Fisher
First and third, my bad.
is the 4th Hancock Whitney strikeout for Charlie Foster tonight, and it closes the door on a scoreless top half of inning number 6. 2 zeros put on the board by Foster out of the pen. It's a 4-run lead for Florida State in the middle of the 6th. 7-07 State 3. This is Mississippi State baseball from Clearview.
Let's huddle up and make things happen with the only cards for Starkville. The Mississippi State Regions Visa Debit Card and Prepaid Regions Now Card. They're a win for your wallet. Make hail state whether you're purchasing stuff for game day or every day. Want to go all in on competition or Bulldogs pride? Order your card now at regions.com/GoState. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Man. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, Texas. Here's the pitch. Tries to butt. 0-1. Look like it. Look like trip plan. Here's the pitch. Swing and miss. 0-2. Look like maybe a foul. Bryce Chance is up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-2. Dang. 6-0 Carolina. That's going to be foul. We'll do it again. Still 1-2. That's crazy. Foul.
It's 0-2 on the right-handed hitting center fielder. Florida State not only in position to try and get in the driver's seat, Jay, but if Arnold gets them deep into this game, here's the pitch. And that one missed outside. A 96-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1. If he gets them into the driver's seat tonight, getting this thing into the 7th or 8th inning, now all of a sudden you're talking about their bullpen is in great shape. Swinging a foul. That one came in on chance. He fouled it off of his left leg and hobbles around behind the home plate circle after that one
1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-2.
Jason Wire comes out to take a look at Bryce Chance, State's athletic trainer.
2-2 count.
Justin Parker will
Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to third. Throw it to first.
outside of the
One down.
Chance says he's fine. He'll dig back in. Florida State leading at 7-3. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Chance leading things off for State.
One down.
Line up. Here's the 1-2, and that's a wild pitch. It gets away and back into the backstop. Take it to 2-2.
Strike 0-1. Ace Reese is up.
Here's a 2-2 to Chance. Bouncing ball to third.
Foul 2.
Takes on the second hop, throws over to Miles Bailey at first, and there's one gone. So the bases are clear with one out for Ace Reese. SEC newcomer of the year.
Foul. Well, still 0-2.
His first hit in the NC2A regionals. First time he's played in a regional in his college career. Just his second season in college ball. He takes a fastball at the top of the zone for a strike, 0-1.
Ace Reese is over 2 with a strikeout and a flyout.
Swings hit.
Here's the pitch.
One foul, wide of the third base coaching line.
Outside, 1-2.
Ace Reese really began to blossom as a baseball player. Sophomore year in high school.
Strike 3 looking. 2 down.
0-2 in the air again, trying to go the other way and slices this one foul and out of play down the left field line. Still 2 strikes and nothing.
2 down.
Lined him straight up, by the way, defensively, no shift here. He grew 5 inches between his freshman and sophomore years in high school. And won his first of 3 consecutive first-team All-State honors in Texas. 0-2. That one just missed off the outside corner, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Outside, 1-0.
Became a top 100 player in the state of Texas that year. He looks at strike 3 here, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball at the letters. There are 2 away. Strikeout number 10 for Jamie Arnold tonight.
Strike 1-1.
Minute that the batter gets in and gets engaged, he is ready to go.
That's going to be a hit. And that's going to get in the gap. Hit, rolls to the wall. And
Noah Sullivan.
a double by Noah Sullivan.
Mentioned just to finish your thought on Ace Reese, a sophomore in high school.
Man.
100 player in the state of Texas. He became a top 200 shortstop in the country that year. That's when he kind of got on the radar. Sullivan takes a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike. But despite that, still just had the 1 offer. Coming out of high school, he used to play in Houston, and he said going there playing as a freshman was a blessing. It was really a good thing for him. 1-1. Sullivan rips this one into the alley in right center field. It's down, and it'll get all the way to the wall.
He's going to get all the way to the wall.
First, pulling for second. Here comes the throw in. It's up the line towards third.
Strike 0-1.
Slide in there.
Defense,
Two
run
out.
game, defense,
Just
run
sending it
game,
tonight.
pretty much everything. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-1. Joe Powell's at the plate. Here's the pitch. Up high, 2-1. Here's the pitch.
Here's Joe Powell.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Joe takes a slider for strike 1. So again, if State runs into one here, and all of a sudden you're talking
Here's a pitch. That's going to be popped up. Shortstop makes the catch. And we'll head. And that's going to retire the side. We'll head to the top of the seventh. 7-3. Florida State. Man. I'm not going to be upset if that's when we don't make it out of this week. Because this
Here's the pitch, and it's a lazy pop-up back out behind second. Faroux, the second baseman, back along with Lodiz, the shortstop, and the shortstop will take charge and make the catch to end the sixth inning. So Sullivan left in scoring position, and at the end of six, Florida State has a 7-3 lead over the Bulldogs. This is Mississippi State baseball from Learfield.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary. That's why Saved by the Skin.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes
I'm out there. This guy can't go. Okay.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate.
He has to be done.
I can even order lunch
I mean,
while doing my homework.
he has to be done.
Use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of
He
death
has to
in
be
the
done.
United States. So when it comes to driving, please
All right.
be multitasker. Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Man.
Six inning totals
Yes,
on tonight's game for Florida State. 7 runs, 6 hits, no errors, 7 left. State with 3 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, and 2 left tonight. We're on to the 7th here in Tallahassee. And a BASF call to the bullpen for the Bulldogs as Dave Burns.
All right, new pitcher for Mississippi State
Foster pitched 2 1/3 of
is Dane Burns.
walked 3, didn't allow a hit, and struck out 4. And more experience on a big stage for a young pitcher that has shown some promise for State this year, Jay.
Yep, 100%. And here's another one right now with Dave Burns. And to me, it's pitched really well. And also, they true freshman through 2 and 4 with an OCC tournament. He closed it out. 2 hits. Year 16 and 2/3.
Yeah, work out.
So another one of those guys that if you can hold them all together, they're all freshmen. They got a chance to be really special.
Here's the pitch.
Years.
He'll face Faroux
Strike. He went around. 0-1.
Williams. And Delamelier.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Climbs up on the mound. They choose all lefties tonight. Kahn, the starter, then Foster, and now Burns. Arnold still going strong.
Here's the pitch.
For Florida State.
Swing and a miss. 1 down.
Faroux 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer.
Go, Burns.
There's the pitch, and there's a swing and a miss for strike 1.
Hey.
Winner will play tomorrow night for the regional championship. Losing team will play tomorrow at noon Eastern in an elimination game against Northeastern. Faroux, a swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
Man.
2 on the right-handed hitting second baseman.
Inside. 1-0.
League performer in the ACC. Their middle infield is really, really good. 0-2, swing and a miss. He got him on 3 pitches. And Dane Burns starts his relief appearance with a Hancock Whitney strikeout.
Here's the pitch.
It may not be Jamie Arnold. That slider's pretty good. He's another one that really over the course of the year has really kind of taken off. Has
Here's the pitch. Outside 3-0.
Here's Chase Williams. Will strikeouts around and walk and run tonight. He bluffs it, bunt, pulls back and takes a ball inside ball one.
I like Dana a lot.
Stolen two
I like,
bases
I like Dana a lot.
Two of the 5 for Florida State. Good guy.
Here's the pitch. Ball 4.
Here's the 1-0 for Burns. And that slider misses down and in.
You had a good run.
A switch hitter. Batting left on left. He's done that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, we had a good run.
Here's the 2-0. And Burns misses outside with a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, ball 3.
I mean,
You were telling me earlier today, too, we haven't seen him tonight. I was looking to see if he's on the active roster for the tournament. 3 balls, no strikes, and the pitch. And that's outside, and that's a 4-pitch walk to a good base stealer. So another walk
here's the pitch.
of the night.
That's going to be hit to second.
There's way too many.
Double play. Nice. That's going to end the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th. 7-3, Florida State.
You were telling me that one of your team's
Nice.
sons is on the Florida State team. He is not on the active roster tonight. At least not the one they turned into us. Here's Brody DeLamelier, but
Nice.
pretty famous last name, right?
Double play. Double play.
Also refers to keep Williams close. Nate Burns
Sanders tossed to second. Do it to first. Double play.
Big hop ground ball to second. Sanders will flip to Buckner for 1. Here's
Flip to Buckner.
score 2. A 4-6-3 double play. First of the weekend for Mississippi State. Gets the Bulldogs out of another scoreless inning. Bullpen keeps hanging up zeros. State's bats need to come alive, though, with the Bulldogs trailing Florida State 7-3 as we stretch here in Tallahassee. This is Mississippi State baseball from Learfield.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. It's efficient and reliable energy that's essential for today and generations to come. You can count on affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact. And you can count on Atmos Energy to help protect our planet, providing solutions to consider. Together, we're fueling an energy future. Atmos Energy.
You might as well finish it.
Fans, this is head coach Jeff Button. For over 30 years, Columbus Orthopedics has been the trusted team physician, ensuring our athletes perform at the top of their game. Whether you're an athlete stuck in injury or someone seeking relief from pain, if you want to recover like no one, visit Columbus Orthopedics. Experience the difference trust and expertise makes, and trust one place, Columbus Ortho. Visit ColumbusOrtho.com to discover why they're the leading orthopedic clinic in Mississippi.
Back in Tallahassee, you can hear it in the background.
Here's the pitch.
I want Smash Puppets.
Foul on 1. Nine outs left. Let's see if Mississippi State can do something. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a chopper. And can't get it. He can't get there. Leadoff single for Hunter Hines. Let's go. Hines has 3 hits so far against Arnold. Hines has 3 hits against Arnold. He's up to 101 pitches. Jeez, man. Highfield's up. Strike 0-1. Highfield is up. Here's the pitch. Strike 0-2. Swing it. Come on, Highfield. Do something now. Do something right here. Swing and miss. One down. Got 8 outs left. Come on. Gotta get something going. Gotta get something going. Lucas Butler's up. Outside, 1-0. Here's a pitch. Outside, 2-0. Here's a pitch. Strike. 2-1. Here's a pitch. Strike. 2-2. Swing at something, man. Swing at something, please. Outside, 3-2. Need to read now. Here's the pitch. Wow. Ball 4. Runners on first and second with 1 out. Yeah, you got to start reading. Especially. Especially. Especially with the left. 110 pitches. He's at 110 pitches. That was close.
All right, so now Gatlin Sanders. As Florida State makes its first mound
Sanders is up.
of the night.
Inside. 1-0. Come on.
Obviously not happy with those calls, and you can't go out and argue the calls. Umpires will listen to a little bit of it in the dugout. You start walking out there to argue it, you won't hear it from it.
And how about this?
Strike. 1-1.
Travis Egger didn't like it so much that no sooner than Link Jarrett gets out there, he's going to go out and break up the conference. I mean, he literally just got on the mound.
Here's a pitch.
Coaches all every pitcher coach.
Strike. 1-2.
Head coach is getting on the umpire, and he comes out there, and you just, it was a little loud. Yeah, I thought so too. So you try to get back in his good graces.
Come on, Sanders.
So that mound visit
Here's a pitch.
comes quickly. First and second for State.
Swing and a miss. 2 down.
Lines away on. The tying run would come to the plate here at the bottom of the 7th inning.
Gosh.
Gatlin's 0 for 2 against Arnold tonight. Arnold at 110 pitches. Here's number 111. And it misses up and in. It's the slider, and it's ball 1.
It was up. The 3-2 pitch to Buckner is close. That's a ball that's out.
Fry's up.
First,
Strike on one.
There's a fastball over the outside corner for a called strike. It evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike on Sanders.
Foul.
Matchup here. The 1-1 on the way. Comes back with another fastball, another strike on the inside edge. 1-2.
0-2.
So back-to-back fastballs. I'd be stunned if he throws 3 in a row. Slider's got to be coming here, right?
Outside, 1-2.
Here's a 1-2, and that one is swung on, and it is missed. And it was the slider. And Sanders is the 12th strikeout victor.
Here's a pitch.
Tonight, a new season high. Wow.
Outside, 2-2.
2 down as we go back to the top of the order for Garrett Fry.
Here's a pitch. Swing and a miss.
So here's Fry, the switch hitter. Batting for the left
Well,
side.
that's going to retire the side. But State leaves runners on base.
He swings and fouls it back into the screen.
We'll have the top of the 8th. 7-3 Florida State.
Off to a tough start in the regional, still looking for his first hit. Crowd comes to its feet here at Dick Hauser Stadium as Arnold delivers, and that one misses up and away. A 94-mile-an-hour fastball for ball 1. Trying to get through one more inning here in the 7th, and one would think now past 120 or close to 120, he would be out in the next inning. He delivers a ball that just misses outside. The Garrett Fry, 2-2. First and second for State with 2 out, trailing by 4. Here's the pitch. It's cut on and missed. And Jamie Arnold lets out a roar as he makes his way across the first base line after strikeout number 13 tonight. State leads 2. We head to the 8th inning with Florida State in front 7-3 here in Tallahassee. This is Mississippi State baseball from Learfield.
All right, son. Time to put out this game.
We learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smoking ends.
You sound just like you.
If it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn this?
It's all on SmokyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Hi, I'm Ryan Clady, a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. When my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if your family members are
He's done.
or having trouble with routine tasks.
Not number 9, but I'm ready for a certain player to go play for Southern Miss pitcher. We got Alpha 1, tired of watching him stop.
Changes. It could be awesome. Talk about seeing a doctor.
Not then, there's. Oh my gosh.
/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's.
Here's a pitch.
The Ad Council.
Strike on 1.
7-3 Florida State over Mississippi State as we head to the 8th inning here in Tallahassee.
Up high, win 1.
And Florida State will send up 9-1-2 West Harrelson and Lodies to face Dave Burns, who pitched a scoreless inning in relief in the 7th. Mississippi State bullpen has put 3 consecutive
Here's a pitch.
innings up. State's offense hasn't been able to get anything
Down low, 2-1.
at least not consistently, against Florida State's Jamie Arnold, who has struck out a season-high 13 hitters in this game. And now let's see if Dane Burns can find a way to hang up another 0 here in the 8th inning.
Inside, 3-1.
West is over 3 in the 9-hole, left-on-left matchup, and he takes a fastball for a strike on the inside edge, nothing at 1.
I mean, you got.
I did some research in the break, and if I'm reading this right, State has now gone 4 consecutive games with double-digit strikeouts. Does that sound
Strike, 3-2.
Because it seems a little skewed for me, but
I didn't think we had double digits last night, did we?
I didn't think so. But according to this, we did. Now, it could be that it's got it reversed, and it's talking about State's pitching numbers. There's a ball downstairs. balls, one strike. I can look last night and tell you.
Yeah, they struck out 8 last night.
Okay, so then that's not right. So I'll have to do some more research again here.
It could be, as our pitches up the last night,
Here's the pitch.
we only struck out 6. So they can't.
Ball 4. Leadoff walk.
2 balls, one strike on West. And the pitch inside brushes away the catcher, and that's ball 3. 3-1. There've been a lot of 3-ball counts for state pitchers tonight.
Nine walks for Mississippi State. Just not going to cut it.
Here's the pitch. There is a strike. It took them a little while to figure out if it was a strike or not. But Dane Burns gets that one over the outside.
Yeah.
At the top.
If you don't swing, you can't hit. Yeah. If you don't swing, you can't hit. Man.
Here we
Here's the
go.
pitch.
State season high in strikeouts is 8.
Strike on 1.
18 against LSU back on March the 28th. That's what I was looking for. So they struck out 13 times tonight. 3 balls and 2 strikes. That's the count on Jackson West.
Here's the pitch.
He delivers.
Down low, 1-1.
On and in for ball 4. So Dane Burns has walked 2 in just over an inning tonight. But we've talked about free bases being an issue, and it's not one that has been an issue for this.
Here's the
team,
pitch.
ultimately, the state pitching staff.
Down low, 2-1.
But now 8 walks, 12 strikeouts. That ratio is not nearly where Justin Parker would like for it to be. So back to the top of the order for Gage Harrelson.
And a lot of these walk-through hitters that this is what the hitters think you can handle with the matchup.
Here's the pitch.
4 walks to the bottom of the order tonight. 4 of the
Outside, 3-1.
9. That's the thing you sit there and go, man, you can't have that happen. Here's
Jeez.
Harrelson, 0-1. So Reese thinking that Florida State's playing for insurance here late, already in on the grass.
Here's the pitch.
On at third, Hines
Foul, 3-2.
middle infield back. Here's the pitch, and that one misses inside. The slider, 1 ball and 1 strike. 7-3 Florida State, top of the 8th inning. 5 spot for the Noles, and the top of the 4th is the difference in this game right now. Grand slam for Montz Bailey, the biggest hit tonight for either side.
Throw about the first.
1-1. Burns fires an 84.
Back in time.
Slider, he misses outside to the left-hander. 2 balls, 1 strike. Burns ready to
Here's the
go.
pitch.
Third base side of the slab.
Foul.
Fires the
We'll do it again.
misses low and away, ball 3.
Still 3-2.
3 balls and 1 strike. So back-to-back 3-ball counts, 3 of them inside of an inning plus for the left-handed reliever. 3-1 pitch bounced foul at the plate by Gage Harrelson.
Here's the pitch.
Strike 2.
Inside.
2 strikes.
Ball 4.
On this left-handed hitting right fielder who has a pair of hits and a walk.
Runners on first and second
2 for 3 in the
with 2 down. With 0 outs.
big pitch here for Burns. He'll move to first, trying to catch West leading. I don't think the catcher is trying to steal here, but maybe trying to get a head start on a 3-2 count. And Florida State looking for some insurance here. 4-run game, leading 7-3.
10 walks. Jeez, man.
Here's the payoff. Fouled over wide of the camera well, outside of third. Still 3-2 on Harrelson.
Jeez, bro. 10 walks. Oh.
Another 3-2 to Harrelson. That's up and in, and that's ball 4. That's back-to-back walks to start the 8th.
New pitchers.
Two have reached. That's the 9th walk by State's pitching staff tonight. And now you get to face a dangerous hitter. And Alex Lodes and Justin Parker emerges from the third base dugout to walk in and talk with Dane Burns. Bullpen is working for State out behind that left field fence. We can see the ball flying around down there. And Parker's going to make a BASF call to the bullpen
10 walks is just insane. 10 walks is just insane. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. New pitcher is going to be Jacob Pruitt. New pitcher in the game is Jacob Pruitt. We need Brian O'Connor to just hurry up and announce as a coach and get to work in the portal. Please. We need Brian O'Connor to work in the portal. Please. Man. I'm not sure who was the first to do it, but every time I hear it, it's okay. Where did,
Well, Jacobs had a rough year.
here's the pitch.
He's a transfer from Indiana State, like you said, and honestly, at Indiana State, he's pretty good. But just had the success, just hadn't followed him here.
But inside, want to know.
Third innings pitch, he's given 16 hits, 17 runs, 11 walks. and
Here's the
14
pitch.
strikeouts. So in a lot of
Inside, 2-0.
little innings,
Like,
just has really struggled. It's got good stuff.
well, I think Huntgate's out of eligibility.
Small slider changeup, but just been very inconsistent in the strike zone.
So he will face Alex Lodi's.
Foul, 2-1. Yeah, McPherson can stay.
Miles Bailey
Sierra.
getting 3 outs here. And
Yeah.
inheriting a pair of runners, first and second. Florida State in front 7-3.
I mean, Foster's good. Burns is good, but
You feel like you might be at a point where you're getting Arnold out of the game. You're only down 4.
here's the pitch.
Outs to go, and walk the first 2 guys at 9-1.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Right on right matchup. Here's the pitch to Lodi's, and it's a fastball in at 93 that brushes him away for ball 1. 0 for 3 tonight with an intentional walk that turned into a run in that 5-run fourth.
Up
inning.
high, 3-2.
Inning of the night. State, here's the pitch. Inside again, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. We have watched a lot of that, though, tonight, and it doesn't matter who's been out there. A lot of ball 1, a lot of 2-0, a lot of 3-ball counts tonight.
Ball 4.
Characteristic night for the state pitching staff. Here's a foul ball back. 2-1. And then 2 errors, too, by Mississippi State. They
11
played
walks.
good defense over the last month of the year, but they made 2 critical errors tonight.
11 walks.
Well, I say that. They made 2 errors tonight, but neither one has hurt them.
Oh, my.
The errors didn't lead to runs, but still you don't want to make them. 2-1, swing and a miss, a 94-mile-an-hour fastball gets by Lodi's. 2-2.
Here's the pitch.
Number of things tonight in a big game where the Bulldogs have been good for the last
Strike
year,
0-1.
they just didn't come together. 2-2, fastball in tight for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Here's the pitch.
That's part of the reason too that baseball
Foul,
is
0-2.
a full elimination tournament sport.
Miles Bailey.
Here's the payoff pitch. That one's in the dirt for ball 4. So that's 3 straight walks between 2 pitchers to start the 8th inning, and now the bases are loaded for Florida State with no one out.
0-2 count.
State's getting dangerously close to having an even strikeout to walk ratio. 12 Ks,
Ball outside.
11 walks tonight.
1-2.
Makes me nauseated.
1-2 count.
So here's
Top of the 8th.
Williams.
Bases loaded.
Number 3 hitter does not
Here's the
hit
pitch.
tonight, but boy,
Swing and a miss.
here, he can eliminate any down.
1 down.
Takes a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 to the left-hander. Looking for a potential knockout blow. Florida State leading 7-3 in the top of the 8th.
Miles Bailey's up.
Playing back, shaded around toward the first base line against this left-hander.
Miles Bailey's up.
But in a spot again where Jacob Pruitt just needs
Here's a
an out.
pitch. Swing and miss. 0-2. I mean 0-1.
Here's the 0-2 outside. Couldn't get him to chase. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Max Williams.
Foul. 0-2. There you go.
West at third, Harrelson at second, Lodi's at first. 1-2, cut on and miss. There's that big first out. Williams down on strikes for the 4th time tonight.
Bases are loaded.
And there's one down in the Florida State 8.
Down low. 1-2. 1-2. Yeah, 1-2.
That was a slider, honestly, that almost hit it. Hit it with the back foot. Swung and missed at it. We need a break. We'll take it. Now you got a dangerous man now in Miles Bailey.
Bailey hit the grand slam to left in the 4th. He's hit 2 homers.
Here's a
and
pitch.
in his first.
Swing and a miss. 2 down.
He's also drawn 2 walks tonight. A swing and a miss. And
Let's go.
Pruitt's got to be really careful with this lefty. And how about this? Their power tonight, you got to tip your cap on this too. Both their home runs have been opposite field homers. Bailey hit one out under the scoreboard and left. Here's a bouncing ball wide of first. Strike 2.
Go.
And then the ball that went out to right center for Farrow was opposite field.
I think they got to know his hitters, too. You know, you don't have to pull them to get it out here.
Here's a pitch.
Better offense when you approach them.
That's going to be popped up to right field.
Bases
Highfield makes the catch.
and that breaking pitch misses down and in a slider. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And they leave the bases loaded. No harm done. No damage done. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th.
1-2 to Bailey. A swing and a foul.
We'll head to the bottom of the 8th.
And that was
7-3, Florida State.
Making sure that Joe kept a hold of it. He does, and Bailey's retired on strikes. So that's 2 huge Hancock-Whitney strikeouts. Two away with the bases loaded.
State loaded up the bases.
And now for the Seminoles, it'll be Cal Fisher,
A play out for the rest of the order.
who's working on
Or the meat of the order.
a 1-for-3 night with a double and a run.
Dang, let's go.
Bases are loaded. Pruitt fires to the right-hander. There's a fly ball in the air into deep right field, circling around. It looks like Highfield's got room. A step on the track. He does. And State miraculously escapes the top of the 8th, leaving the bases loaded after 3 consecutive walks to start the inning. A tip of the cap to Jacob Pruitt. We're in the middle of the 8th. The Seminoles lead the game 7-3 over Mississippi State here in Tallahassee. This is Mississippi State baseball from Learfield. The winning meets the road at the all-new Crystal Sky. Spin, win, and feel the excitement of sizzling slots on our Vegas-style gaming board. Plus, play a parlay and catch all the games at our action-packed sports book. Hungry? We've got you covered. Enjoy gourmet pizzas, Horsehead Deli, comfort cooking at Mom App's Restaurant. Make a turn for fuel, food, and fun at Crystal Sky, the ultimate pit stop. Located in Louisville between Jackson and Starkville. This is professional ball player and former Mississippi State Bulldog Jake Mangum. Mississippi is my home. I've been all over the state and seen just about all there is to see. As a native, joining Farm Bureau was a no-brainer. They're there when I need them, with competitive rates and exceptional customer service. If you aren't already on the team, it's time to join Farm Bureau. Visit favrates.com for great rates on home and auto insurance.
Can you hear that? I'm listening to I'm listening to Neil Price. So Joe Charles is up. Joe Charles is a new Florida State pitcher. 2-0 record, 4.20 ERA, 30 in his pitch, 21 hits, 40 strikeouts, 17 walks. All right. Oh my gosh, Danny. Oh yeah. They're all pretty good, man. Here's a pitch. Strike. 0-1. Here's a pitch. Foul. 0-2. Oh, 2 count. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fly ball to right. And it's going to stay in the yard. 1 down.
5 hits, 3 earned runs. He gave up 2 home runs tonight. That's where the runs came from. 2 walks and a season best 13 strikeouts. Previous season high was 11. He was 4 off, matching his career high of 17 tonight. State has 2, 3, and 4. Chance, Reese, and Sullivan here to face Joe Charles in the bottom half of the 8th inning, down to their final 6 outs.
5 outs left.
Strike, and it's 0-1. Big things happen when the only
1 down. Here in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a ground to first. First baseman steps on the back. 2 down. Jeez.
And stay tuned after the game for the highlights, big plays, and a visit with Jake Gotro on the Regions Bank postgame show. 0-2 on Bryce Chance. And there's Charles in the air, into right field. Harrelson camping just shy of the track. He'll make the grab, and there's 1 gone.
Man. Noah Sullivan is up. He's 2 for 3 with a solar home run and a double. Here's a pitch. Strike. 0-1.
And now Ace Reese, but yeah, to your point, listen, it had been fun, I'm sure, in that third base dugout tonight, chasing the lead since that 5-run fourth and facing a guy who's moving people down with a slider. Here's a pitch to Reese. He hits one off the end of the bat to first.
Here's a pitch.
Bailey will tag the bag.
Did he go around?
2 away.
No. 1-1.
You've got through Arnold tonight at well over 100 pitches. No way that he's coming back tomorrow, or if you get into an if situation on Monday for any length of time.
You're done with him. And like I said, he's arguably the best player in college.
Swing and a miss.
Obviously,
Throw it to first. And that's going to retire his side. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the top of the ninth. 7-3, Florida State.
2 up, 2 down for State here in the bottom of the 8th. And here's Sullivan. And he takes a slider on the inside edge for a strike, 0-1. No
We just could. We just can't.
run in the second. He doubled in the 6th. He's starting to see the ball better.
We just can't do anything at the plate.
Because Reese has had a couple games to start the
We can't do anything at the plate.
21-game hit streak. Sullivan takes strike 2. 2 strikes and nothing. So you needed somebody to kind of step in until Ace starts seeing it again here.
We can't do it.
Sullivan, here comes the pitch. A swing and a miss. He's down on 3 pitches. It's dug out by the catcher West. He'll throw down to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Joe Charles in relief. State's bats have been frustrated by this Florida State pitching staff tonight.
We just can't do it.
With the Seminoles leading this one 7-3 in Nick Hauser Stadium. This is Mississippi State baseball.
Can we just announce our coach already, man? Can we just announce our coach already? And get some good players out of the portal that can help you. Man, you got some good returners coming back. You got some good returners coming back, but I mean, just can't do anything. I mean, you just can't. I mean, can't do. Just can't do anything. Like, geez. Did we expect to make a regional 4 weeks ago? No. Outside, want to know. That's going to be hit. Going back. Goal. Home run. Home run for Rowe. 8-3, Florida State. This is frustrating. This is frustrating, man. Jeez, man. Jeez. Here's the pitch. Down low, 1-0.
I did too.
But it's a solo home run for Farrell, his second tonight. He's driven in 3 of the runs.
It's not
Florida
first.
State, 3 of the 8, and they stretch the lead to 5 at 8-3.
I'm with you. I thought the ball hit
It's
the
not
top of the wall.
frustrating when you know that bullpen is one of the worst in this year.
I'd like you to replay of that. I'm assuming you're right, but there's a
Yeah, but
See what happened.
it's still, you know,
His chance went back and turned.
it's still kind of, I don't,
He must have hit that cherry picker where those 2 cameras are and bounced down.
foul. We'll do it again. Still 1-2.
That has to be what happened. That's the only way it could have been a home run.
well, I'm with you because everybody reacted like a home run. Man, it looked like hit the top of the wall.
So a solo home run. That's the 3rd home run for Florida State tonight. Pruitt has fallen behind Williams 1-0, and now he delivers a strike. That's 1 ball and 1 strike on Chase Williams, a switch hitter batting from the left side.
It sucks, man. It sucks.
Williams has walked twice tonight.
That's going to be
The order's been the benefit
inside,
of some free bases.
down low,
Williams with a swing and
3-2.
1-2.
I just don't get it, man.
4 walks tonight, leading to 2 runs.
I just don't get it.
1 ball, 2 strikes on Chase Williams. And the pitch for Pruitt. Foul back into the screen, still 1-2. It's 8-3 Florida State after a solo home run by Farrell.
Here's the pitch.
To center field. His
Strike 3 looking. 2 down.
Pruitt delivers. That's downstairs. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I turned it off.
Pruitt fires. That bounces in. Ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, you can make an argument. This may be the best middle infield in the country here at Florida State.
Yep. I mean,
Here's the
you got
pitch.
2 guys that are first-team all-league players out there.
Down low, 1-0.
Farrell and Lodies, both of them exceptional hitters. Lodies is the defensive player of the year in the league. 3-2. Fastball called, strike 3 on the inside edge, and Williams is retired on.
Here's the pitch.
The third
Outside, 2-1, 2-0.
for Jacob Pruitt in relief tonight. And the bases are empty with 1 out.
A pitch hitter's up.
Designated hitter Brody DeLavalier.
Hankerson. Hankerson Jr. Down low, 3-0.
James Hankerson Jr. Switch hitter, middle bat from the left side. The Lavaliers 9 hits, only 1 for 3 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run.
3-0 count. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. Oh my God.
Here's the pitch to Hankerson. He takes the ball.
The first hit and run level.
He's got 41
There.
at-bats this
His
season.
second
He's
one.
driven in 9 runs.
Man, dude.
3 doubles and 2 homers. He's got some pop. Here's the pitch. And Pruitt comes in with a 92-mile-an-hour.
12.
This is for ball 2.
Here's the pitch. Strike 0-1.
State leads at 8-3 in the top of the 9th inning. Visiting team in their ballpark tonight.
What's up, Kevin?
2-0. Down and in ball 3.
Yeah, man. It's not going good for Mississippi State.
State just trying to get 2 more outs at this point. Then you see what happens at the bottom of the 9th.
Down low. 1-1.
3-0. That's a 4.
Are you
Pinch hitter.
are you a Florida State fan? Strike 1-2. I appreciate your stream yesterday. We'll talk. Oh yeah, man. No doubt. No doubt, brother. Appreciate it, man.
12 walks against 15 strikeouts.
You're welcome anytime. Here's the pitch.
Last time up in the 8th.
Down low, 2-2.
Strike 1, Jacob Pruitt. Nothing at 1. Middle infield, Sanders and Buckner.
Yeah, we'll see.
Greasy with the bag off the line at third. Hines holding. Hankerson over at first.
We'll see.
Here's the pitch. That's down and in for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here's the pitch.
Late square.
Foul. Out of play. We'll do it again. Still 2-2. Like,
NC2A tournament meeting between these two teams.
when you have Yeah. you're gonna have to up high 3-2. You're gonna have to pitch Sierra tomorrow. You're gonna have to pitch Sierra tomorrow.
1-2 downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And you talked about the great names earlier, but the 2 up at the top of the list, obviously, are Ron Polk and Mike Martin.
That's gonna be ball 4.
Lost Coach Martin a couple of years ago. Glad that Coach Polk still with us. 2-2. High and foul out of play down the left field line. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes.
13 walk.
Think back to, Frazier, you got Skip Berman, you got Coach Polk, you got Mike Martin, and Polky, and
Goodness mass, man. Goodness gracious.
Ron Dito out west.
13 walks.
2-2 at the pitch. Ball upstairs. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Jackson West.
13 walk.
8-3 Florida State. Hankerson's drawn a 1-out walk as a pinch hitter. He's at first. And now West.
And I guess it's a balk now.
Bottom of the order. The bottom of the order's been put on base far too many times tonight. Here's the pitch. A runner
Pruitt walks
goes,
the
and
8
that
hole
is
pitch
inside.
hitter and 9 hole. That's 13 walks for state pitch. Never mind.
That's the third walk
Pitch runner, excuse me. Well,
in relief tonight.
never mind. They were good. 13 walks.
And that's 5 walks for the bottom of the order for Florida State in this game. So that's 5 of a total of.
All right. Here we go.
13, I believe I'm right. Yep, 13, 5 to 13 have gone to 7.
Here's the pitch. Down low.
Top of the order now for Harrelson. He's
1-0.
2 in the top spot tonight. And now
Just-
the pitch runner comes in here. They'll take Hankerson down.
Just can't throw strikes.
With BJ
Here's the pitch.
a freshman outfielder.
Foul. 1-1. Yeah, you're not gonna win many games if you walk 13 when you walk 13 batters. Here's a pitch. Well, here's a pitch.
Got Gibson at second, West at first.
Inside, 2-1.
On to center by Perot and hit that camera stand out there behind the center field fence. And now Harrelson, the left-handed leadoff man, back in. He's reached base in 4 of 5 trips tonight with help for those 2 walks. He's also got a pair of hits and a run. Ball inside, that one bounced in. Pruitt, 1 ball, no strikes.
Foul, 2-2.
First and second for Florida State. Here comes a 1-0. A swing and a foul off the mitt of Joe Powell behind the plate. Strike 1. 1-1 on Gage Harrelson. And you can look at this a couple of ways.
Strike 3. Looking.
There is a reflection on some big pitches
2 down.
by that state bullpen, which put up 4 scoreless innings prior to this night. Here's the 1-1. Inside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike, 4. In some ways, it could have been much worse, perhaps, because Florida State's left 10 on base tonight. 8 runs on 7.
Mound visit.
2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch, and that's fouled back into the screen. 2-2.
Just ready for the new coach to get here. And let's go on the run next year. Next year, let's bring some good players in here and go to Omaha.
And there is strike 3 called on the inside edge. Harrelson strikes out for just the second time. Jacob Pruitt with a Hancock Whitney strikeout, his 4th in relief tonight. There are 2 away at the top of the 9th, and Alex Lodies now, who's drawn a pair of walks tonight. 0 for 3 with a run. Here comes Justin Parker.
That's going to be hit. And it's going to get down.
Comes out to talk to Pruitt here, and I can't imagine
Runner's going to come in and score. 9-3. Florida State.
You have to give Florida State some credit, though, too. Jamie Arnold, was fantastic tonight. 13 strikeouts. That left-hander is going to be a big-time pro player, and he's projected to be one of the top picks in the draft, and you can see why tonight. So the 13 strikeouts is one thing, but State just picked the worst night to have its worst game that it's had in or one of its worst games in a stretch of a month now.
I don't know how people want to win first got picked, but you just, if you're going to beat Jamie Arnold, it's got to be 3-2, 4-3 type games.
Here's a pitch, and here's a flare back out behind the right side. That's down for a hit for Lodies. They're going to wave Gibson around. He'll score from
Alex Lodies.
State stretched it 9-3.
Outside. Ball 1. No, 1-1.
First and third. Lodies holds with an RBI single, his first hit tonight. And RBI number 67 for the team leader in that category.
That's going to be hit. Back up the middle.
It's a 9-3 lead to Seminole.
Another run's going to come in and score.
And that brings us to the 3 spot.
10-3.
It's Williams.
Florida State.
Pruitt facing Williams for the second time. Starts him with a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Been a tough night for Max Williams, who has struck out 4 times tonight.
We're not going to beat this team 2 times.
Pruitt first, he's got West at third. Here's the pitch. That one misses outside. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Inside. 1-0.
Needing one more out to get out of the ninth inning. Give the Bulldogs one final chance at the plate. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's hammered back up the middle and through into center field. West will score easily from third. Lodies advances 90 feet. He will stop at second. An RBI single for Max Williams, his first hit tonight. He drives in his 47th of the year to make it 10-3 FSU.
Outside 3-0. I mean, we can be really good, but our pitching is just strike 3-1.
They've got 2 on for Miles Bailey, the big left-handed hitting first baseman, facing Pruitt, and he takes the ball inside ball 1.
Yeah, I mean,
They put up crooked numbers tonight, 2 in the third, 5 in the fourth, now 3 here in the ninth. 1-0.
outside ball 4.
2 balls, no strikes. And again, it's up to Pruitt to get the final out. There is someone getting loose in the state bullpen down the left field, or down in the left field corner.
14 walks.
2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch to Bailey. Big miss up and away is ball 3.
14 walks.
Pruitt's closed in on 50 pitches. Kevin Manell getting loose for state out there. Lodi's at second, Williams at first. And the pitch. That one drops in at the top of the zone. Slider. Strike 1.
14 walks. 14 walks. It's just crazy. Unheard of, man. It's just ridiculous. 14 walks.
Yeah, Parker comes out, and so does Jason Wire, the athletic trainer. And you've got Manell getting loose in the bullpen.
Down low, window.
We're going to give Pruitt a chance to throw here and see how he lands.
Window count. Down low, window. Here's a pitch. That's going to be gold. Never mind. Caught by Fry and left.
Jason Wire says that's fine, and so does
We'll head.
Justin Parker. So they make their way back across the third baseline into the dugout.
We'll head to the bottom of the
And now here is Fisher, the
ninth.
Florida State in the ninth inning. Seminoles have scored 3 times.
That's going to retire the side. Retire the side. Man.
Stretch their lead to
Giving up 3 runs. Top of the ninth. We'll head to the bottom of the ninth. 10-3.
Cal Fisher, a right-hander. Here's
Florida
the
State.
pitch to him. And Pruitt delivers a ball low, a fastball at 90, ball 1. Bulldogs looking for an elusive third out. Here's the 1-0 pitch in the air. That is drilled into deep left. Fry going back on the track at the wall, reaches up and makes the play. His last step on that warning track. And Fisher is retired to end the top of the ninth. Florida State with a 7-run lead. State down to its final 3 outs. We'll get back to you about the bottom of the ninth in just a moment. 10-3, the Seminoles in front. This is Mississippi State baseball from Learfield.
14 walks.
You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different.
14
But you probably knew that.
walks.
You also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a silver ride. Because if you feel different, you drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council. Are you prepared for an emergency disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying, I'll track action and a flash to save the day.
All right. Here's a pitch. Up high, 1-0. Joe Powell's up at the plate.
We head to the last of the ninth inning. Final 3 outs for Mississippi State. Florida State leading this one 10-3. They have scored in bunches tonight. The Seminoles have 2 in the second, 5 in the fourth, 3 in the ninth now. Mississippi State with that solo home run by Noah Sullivan in the second inning tonight.
Ball, 2-0.
That's where the offense has come from for State. It was tough for the Bulldog hitters against Jamie Arnold, who struck out a season-high 13 tonight. State's pitchers have struck out 16. The bad news is they've walked.
Down low.
And that has hurt as much as anything.
3-0.
With Florida State taking advantage. Joe Powell for State. 5-hole hitter, then Hines, then Highfield. And they will face Joe Charles, who got the side in order.
Strike, 3-2.
He delivers an 85-mile-an-hour slider for ball 1 to Powell, who's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run tonight. 1-0. Another slider, another strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Foul.
Slider's been the favorite pitch
Still 32.
in this game. Here's a 1-1, down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike on Powell.
Jamie, Jamie Arnold, of course, has a deep slider. It's a first round caliber pitch. That's what he'll be.
Here's a pitch.
The country pitch.
Foul. We'll do it again. Still 32.
Here's the pitch to the right-hander. And Charles deals another slider. This one down and away, ball 3.
Down in the way, didn't it?
Very, very tight zone. I will say that about our pitchers.
Here comes the 3.
Foul ball. We'll do it again.
Fastball, a strike at 94 on the outside edge. 3-2. We'll go back to last night. And maybe in some respects, State can relate to how Northeastern felt. Their pitchers thought that zone maybe was a little bit tighter than what they've been accustomed to last night. 3-2. Bouncing ball foul wide of third. I think that's one of the toughest things for anyone in the NCAA.
Swing and a miss. 1 down.
Host team, if you're coming on the road to play in a regional, odds are you're seeing umpires that you've never seen in the course of the season because they bring them in from outside.
Oops.
And you got to figure it out with a very short margin for error. 3-2, high and foul down the right field line. The count still full to Powell. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
You get a strike zone. It's a tight zone. But you've got a guy on the other side who can get you out in the strike zone because of the stuff. And it makes it really tough for the opposing team.
3-2 to Powell. A check swing, foul ball on the ground outside the first base coaching line. It's still 3-2. Give Joe credit. He's trying to put
Strike.
good
0-1.
here, even though his team's down 7 at the bottom of the ninth inning. Infield playing back second baseman Farrell right behind the bag at second against the right-hander at the plate. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Foul down on strikes. And there's 1 gone in State's half of the ninth.
Foul. 1-2. Might work out after this.
Another 3-2 slider. Broken record. Right on that outside corner, borderline strike. Too close to take. And, Joe, we moved him, but with Sawyer getting hurt, we kind of flip-flopped some lineups. And, Joe's kind of one of those guys that can kind of hide down there in that 8-hole and get you.
Foul.
Get you move him up to the fourth.
Still 1-2.
Pitch differently.
Here's Hunter Hines, left-hander with his 70th career home run tonight. 1 of 3 hits for him, and he takes a strike.
Do it.
Nothing in 1 facing Joe
Do it again.
Charles for the first
Here's
time.
the pitch.
Here's the pitch. That was behind him.
Swing and a miss. 2 down.
1 ball and 1 strike.
1 more out. One more.
They've got the shift on here. They brought the third
One
baseman
more out.
over into the 4-hole on the right side. Here's the pitch, a swing and a foul back into the mid of Jackson West for strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Reese Stallman.
I think one of those, with the way the college game is now.
Reese Stallman. It gets at at bat.
1 and 2 foul back. Well, you don't have
Here's
guys
the pitch.
around as long.
Strike on 1.
To put it in perspective too, I think this is the most impressive thing, maybe. Rafael Palmeiro held that record for 4 decades. He set it in the early 80s. strikes. And the pitch and a swing and a miss. He chased down and away. Third strikeout for Joe Charles. And he's retired the first two by way of K Club here in the ninth inning.
Here's the pitch.
Two down. And one
Foul.
pinch hitter for Ross Highfill here. As Reed
Still 0-2.
checks in to take over the seventh spot. Palmero did it in 3 years too. That's the other thing. You know, I mean, you will have some guys maybe that'll hang around for that fourth year, but to your point with the portal,
That's going to be hit to second.
it doesn't seem like
And that's going to do it. They throw the first. And that's going to do it. Mississippi State.
Stallman takes a strike. Nothing. Reed Stallman at 265.
will
Left-hander.
play Northeastern
Strike two.
in the elimination game at 11 o'clock
So Charles has got
tomorrow morning.
on the doorstep here. Trying to
Man,
make one more pitch to get him out of the game. 10-3, Florida State.
Noon Eastern.
Comes on 0-2, and it's fouled into the screen. That was
noon Eastern, 11 o'clock Central.
and the count's
11 o'clock
2-0
Central.
on Reed Stallman.
Noon Eastern. So,
State's headed for a matchup with Northeastern tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central. Our coverage at 10:30.
but
Bulldogs could win that one. They'll come back and play Florida State tomorrow night. Stallman rounds this one to the right side. Rose got it. He throws on to Bailey, and that'll do it. Florida State takes.
that's going to do it, y'all.
To 3 to go to 2-0 in the regional. They're in the driver's seat as they move into the championship tomorrow night. State will now play Northeastern tomorrow. The Bulldogs must win
Mississippi-
the game along with the Huskies.
Mississippi State has to win 3 games in a row
Get to the championship round tomorrow night.
to make the super regionals. Gotta beat, gotta win in the morning and beat Florida State twice. So we'll see if they can do it. But anyway, guys, thank y'all for tuning in. It's been fun. Well, not really, because State lost, but thanks for coming. Thanks for coming and hanging out. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow. I got church in the morning, so it depends. But if they can make it to the championship regional finals tomorrow night, we'll be here to cover it. But thank you guys. God bless. God loves y'all. I love y'all. And see you next time. Y'all State.